The whole cultural obsession with the alpha male is literally everywhere right now. But today, we are totally unpacking what real leadership actually looks like, and we're going to trace the ultimate roadmap to psychological maturity. If you've ever wondered why the traditional idea of an alpha feels just a bit outdated, or how men truly grow from rebellious youths into wise, integrated leaders, you are absolutely in the right place.
To get us there, we've got a solid roadmap. Number 1, the alpha male myth. 2, adolescent peer dynamics. 3, emotional intelligence in leadership. 4, 4 stages of maturity. And finally, number 5, achieving true wisdom. Let's get to it.
So, section 1, the alpha male myth. We are going to deconstruct this pop culture archetype.
You know the term. We hear it all the time. The dominant, hyper-competitive, strong and silent lone wolf. But we really have to stop and ask ourselves, is this actually a healthy goal to strive for, or is it just a massive stereotype that's keeping guys completely stuck?
Pop culture absolutely loves to glorify that dominant lone wolf idea. But here is a pretty wild twist for you. The actual researcher who introduced the alpha wolf theory back in 1970, he completely retracted it later. Turns out real wolf packs aren't these endless, brutal fight clubs for dominance. They're actually just cooperative families. They share responsibilities, they gently guide their young. There's no constant battle to be the boss. It's really just about caring for the pack.
And when we ignore that reality and strive for this incredibly toxic ideal of emotional stoicism, it just creates profound isolation. I mean, nearly half of Gen Z, a staggering 48%, feels this intense, crushing pressure to just tough out their mental health struggles completely alone. When society keeps pushing this myth that real men don't show vulnerability, it literally builds a massive roadblock, preventing guys from getting the actual support they might desperately need.
Okay, moving to section 2, adolescent peer dynamics. Let's look at the roots of leadership in youth. Think back to high school for a second. We so often confuse popularity with likability, right? But in adolescent peer groups, those are two entirely different beasts. Popularity is usually tied to extroversion, maybe some minor rule breaking, and a whole lot of social dominance. But true likability? That is linked to agreeableness, emotional openness, and actually caring about people. Sure, aggression might win you some temporary social dominance in the hallways, but true lasting connection, that requires genuine emotional openness.
And adolescent peer leaders are super interesting because they can wield really positive, pro-social traits like being caring, humorous, or great communicators, or they can lean heavily into negative ones like narcissism and aggression. But the most fascinating takeaway here is the susceptibility factor. Those dominant, rule-breaking teens profoundly impact their followers. They often end up dragging less like peers into risky behaviors just because those kids desperately want to fit in.
Section 3, emotional intelligence in leadership. Let's see what really works at the top of the corporate ladder.
So, emotional intelligence, or EI. It's basically the ability to identify, comprehend, and regulate your own feelings while deeply understanding and empathizing with the emotions of others. True corporate power isn't about domination at all. In fact, research consistently proves that raw ambition and cognitive intelligence simply aren't enough. You literally have to manage yourself before you can effectively manage anyone else.
And get this, Harvard Business Review data reveals that a massive 70% of senior executives exhibit alpha traits. They're ambitious, they're decisive, they are totally results-oriented. But here's the catch. Without high emotional intelligence, those exact same traits turn incredibly destructive. An aggressive alpha who completely lacks empathy is just going to alienate their team and destroy the company culture. It's basically like having all the drive in the world, but the steering wheel is completely missing.
Behavioral investigator Vanessa Van Edwards really hits the nail on the head here. She points out that men today are actively being encouraged to be knowledgeable about their emotions and feelings, which is creating a whole new generation of strong, confident, and empathetic alpha male leaders. Modern masculinity is evolving, guys. It is entirely possible to be fearless and assertive while still remaining deeply empathetic and supportive of your team. It's all about that blend.
Which brings us to section 4, 4 stages of maturity. This is our roadmap to integrated manhood. Psychologist Neil Beerbaum maps out this incredibly distinct 4-stage timeline that men have to navigate to avoid getting stuck in immaturity. So we start out from ages 16 to 25 with the red stage, which is rebellion. Then 26 to 35 is the white stage, compliance. 36 to 55 brings us to the gray stage, integration. And finally, 56 and up is the black stage, wisdom. Let's break these down.
First up, stage 1, red, rebellion. This is usually fueled by a massive cocktail of testosterone and angst. It's totally characterized by resisting societal rules. You can forge your own individual identity. And honestly, while it looks like total chaos from the outside, it's actually a super necessary part of growing up. Completely skipping this phase just to do what you're told, that can actually cause major psychological cracks later in midlife. We literally need this messy energy to figure out who we are outside of our parents' expectations. Suppressing it just leads to misdirected anger down the road.
Then we move into stage 2, white, or compliance.
Think of this as the white knight phase. This is where a man fully embraces responsibility, enforces social norms, and strives to build a super stable environment for his family and career. What's absolutely fascinating here is that whether a guy leans politically left or right, in this phase, he is fiercely fighting for what he believes is the absolute correct way to structure society. He basically trades in his youthful rebellion for his strict insistence on absolute order.
Next is stage 3, gray, which is integration. Welcome to the classic midlife transition. Now, instead of stubbornly doubling down on sheer force or strict rules when things inevitably stop working, a man in the gray stage actually has to surrender. It requires him to accept some pretty painful feedback, let go of those rigid strategies he relied on in the white stage, and actually integrate the shadow sides of his personality to adapt, rather than just forcing his old habits.
And finally, we arrive at stage 4, black, wisdom. This is what true maturity looks like. It's marked by a deep capacity for empathy, a totally non-judgmental worldview, the ability to tolerate ambiguity, and a really resilient sense of humor. A man here has integrated all of his past lessons. He can make these incredibly wise, nuanced decisions that those rigid rule followers still stuck back in the white stage might not even comprehend. It's this profound, beautiful shift from brute force to deep, integrated understanding.
Finally, Section 5, Achieving True Wisdom. Let's talk about how to find balance and actually grow.
If you want to practically apply all this to your own life, here is your actionable roadmap. Step 1, actively work on developing your emotional intelligence through self-regulation and deep empathy. Step 2, embrace authenticity and vulnerability. You've got to accept that vulnerability is a human necessity, not some kind of weakness. And step 3, absolutely normalize seeking therapy to unlearn all those restrictive, toxic, societal pressures that are keeping you isolated.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to evaluate your own journey right now. Are you stuck in the chaotic rebellion of red? Are you trapped in the rigid compliance of white? Or are you actively doing the hard work to move toward the integrated wisdom of black? Challenge those outdated myths, do the internal work, and step confidently into your very next stage of growth.